Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with Darth Mod. Last time around, we fought on Sardinia, and we've also fought in Naples. The army in Naples is now advancing towards Milan, Lombardy, to take on the Spanish there, while the army that we had on Sardinia has been loaded upon the Royal Navy. And I've already scouted out this port, so it is open for us to go ahead and land. So let's see, if this is not the first part of the army, this is the first part of the army. So we'll get those to come in, and so we can land this this army right here at this port. And then we can bring in the rest of them. And we should be within distance, I believe, of attacking. No, we can't actually attack Madrid. But damn close we were. And then what we can do is we can bring out this army as well to come across and down towards the Spanish through here. And then we can combine our force to attack the Spanish capital. The navy is concentrated there, so I don't think the Spanish will attack. Possibly this navy out of Cadiz could come towards us. Maybe I should block the entrance here. And then we have America. Let's see, where was this going? This one's going here because it was going to pick these guys up. It's going to pick some of them up. I think I was recruiting a few places. Seem to have been recruiting on Jamaica, and I've recruited over here. And let's see, where else? Nothing down here, but I recruited on Martinique, and I've recruited on Jamaica, so we can pick those up as we're on our way. We're gonna leave 2 units behind. What we can do is we're gonna merge some of these. So we got. Can I not? There we go. But maybe not. We'll leave. We'll have to leave 2, I think. Oh, did 1 unit just disappear? I'm not entirely sure. We'll leave those 2. Those 2 units will be left behind, and then this force will be loaded upon the ships, and then we'll go. We've got a navy here. No, it's an army actually. Quite a sizable force as well. I don't think we need to recruit any more than that though. We aren't recruiting anymore. Good. But we need to pick up some extra troops there. So these guys will join aboard the ship. I don't think we can actually carry more. We can only carry. Yeah, we cannot carry any more than this. So the navy is, or the ship is fully loaded at this point. And I did only think we need 2 on the island, so we'll disband this one. The port there is occupied by a soldier. I'm not entirely sure we can land there then, but we can land on Cuba, I think. Yes, Cuba is still open. And so we'll land on Cuba. And we'll disembark the army. And then we can see about possibly scouting ahead what they have on Cuba. And then the army will immediately start marching towards. We could actually have landed at this port instead. But then we'll go for Havana. And let's see, this army, is it? Yes, it's ready to move more or less, if it weren't for the fact that this area is very hostile to our occupation. So we're gonna have to wait with that. Instead, it's this army advancing down upon New Spain, Mexico. Let's see what they have here. Very little. And then they have another army that's slightly broken. I'm not entirely sure. Are they fighting the natives here? Not entirely sure what's going on here, but this should be a just walk over this territory. They've got nothing against us because we got a bloody full stack coming in. Anyways, let's go back here in turn and see what transpires. See if the Spanish... I know they could have oh, the missionaries going around. Oh, they've almost made it to Egypt. Was there any news about the ongoings of Europe? I don't think there were. Well, the Dutch are back in control of Amsterdam. That's one thing. Oh, what's this? Trade agreement. Single payment of... That's ludicrous. That's absolutely ludicrous. Trade on its own should be enough. Their demand, £33,000 military access. Their offer. Fine. It's a... Oh! So we've got a fight here and... We've got 10,000 Spaniards coming at us. Quite a lot of different Royal Spanish Elite Guards, Royal Halberdier Guard. Interesting. They've also got some Swiss infantry. And some other special regiments that we'll see as we go into this. We're outnumbered by 4,000 men, but a lot of their force will actually end up outnumbering the enemy to start off with. And then as the battle progresses, it will turn. So if we are quick to smash the first Spanish force, we could possibly turn the tide quite rapidly in the beginning of the battle. And there we have it, the army composition, quite simple. We've got the Lightfoot, the Swiss Mountain Jaegers up front. These fellas right here, dressed in red. And behind them, we've got the Swiss Line Infantry, which is the unit I have the most of. And behind them, we have the Swiss Grenadiers. And behind the Swiss Grenadiers, we have the Swiss Guards, which I got 4 units, I believe. Yes, 4 units, and then the general behind. Now we're hoping to advance. Oh, look at the range on these guys. I hardly need to advance to attack them. Oh, one thing I forgot with this army is it actually doesn't have any cannons. It was only really to be intended as a garrison army to hold down Paris for me. Right, forwards men, and I think we need to draw the main line a bit differently than what it is right now. Let's see. I need to draw it maybe like this instead. The firing on the Grenadiers. The Grenadiers will be stationed behind all of this, ready to push up, throw grenades at the enemy. And then the Guard is stationed at the back as a precautionary unit in case we get... Oh, look at that. They are like snipers and they're shooting the mounted bandits. The Spaniards are employing bandits in their army. When there's no smoke, is that something wrong? Isn't there supposed to be smoke? Have I done some wrong setting or something, or is this part of the mod that they have no smoke? Because there's smoke for the cannons. But it's these sniper units. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It sounds like almost like they've got some kind of suppressor on, something to suppress. Regiment, Swiss pikemen. Something to suppress their shots. The Royal Spanish Guard marching up. We have here the Royal Halberdiers. well will they fare against our force? Carbineros Reales. Oh, what's this? Asturias Regiment. At this rate, I only need my snipers to deal damage to the enemy. The enemy is within range of them, and they're absolutely slaying our enemies. So far, I don't think we have lost. Oh, we have actually lost a few men, but not entirely sure. I guess that's from cannon fire. What we need to do is we need to advance these snipers to take advantage of the fact that they are slaying our enemies without having to be in contact with them. And then the main line will advance a bit there. And how about these two march down there to come around towards the flank? These two will march up and hold that. Not too worried about flank because we've got impassable territory going down here. This Swiss mountain Jäger is a crazy unit. It's absolutely just tearing through the enemy. Got massive Spanish units coming in here of 300 plus men. But the snipers keep hitting them, killing them. These two will come against these guys. And I mean, the snipers are just... Do I even need to move anywhere? Oh, the snipers are about to run out of ammunition though. I just noticed that. These guys are about to run out of shot. So even though they have this amazing accuracy at long range, I think we might want to advance them to be able to get a few more kills with them before they completely run out of ammo. And then I think this line probably needs to extend a bit more on the right than on the left. In the center we've got control. These guys were just hit by the cavalry unit. The cavalry unit seems to be just out of range for us. We will advance to start firing on the cavalry and the unit that's coming up there. Are these guys firing by rank or... Let's see. Yeah, they're firing by rank. Oh, the Spanish are pushing forwards their men at this point. Wow! Swiss pikemen and the lot. Right, snipers. Toggle skirmish formation. Fall back. Oh, cavalry struck. Oh, it's those Spanish mounted bandits. Fire at will, men. And what's this? Regiment of Dragoons coming on as well. Time to form into square to protect against cavalry. The Jaegers were pushed away quite rapidly once the enemy advanced. Oh, and they are going into melee fight with the pikemen. This unit's not going to fare well. We need to open up support. 2 units of grenadiers are going to go into the corner right there. Seem to be holding in the forest for now, but we are getting flanked there, so we will advance 3 grenadier units towards that side. This one in the center will plug the center gap. What's going down over here? They seem to be... No, they seem to be doing well against these guys. I thought maybe they were gonna lose there. These guys are definitely gonna lose. And so once they fall, hopefully the Grenadiers can hold that opening. We got these two Jaeger units and fall back up here. You will fall back behind there. Same with you, since you don't have any shots left. These guys holding off the Spanish guards as they're advancing on the center. How's the square doing? Oh, the enemy dismounted. Then we'll fall back into line. What's happening here on the corner? We got enemy grenadiers, balloon guards, fighting with our Swiss soldiers. We've got another Jaeger unit which can move out and then fire from this flanking position upon the enemy, or upon the edge there of the enemy unit. See, fighting with the troops, shooting straight into their they're not going to stand there for long. Alright, I see an opportunity for the Grenadiers. So we're going to have Grenadiers move up and throw on that guard regiment. The lines are holding over here. This unit, I was going to redraw it, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen now. So the Grenadiers just going to hold there and fire at them. Right, Grenadiers. Oh wait, the Swiss Grenadiers don't actually have grenades, do they? No. That's unfortunate. Spanish cavalry attacks this grenadier unit. Pretty sure they will hold, since the Spanish cavalry unit's already kind of routing-ish. Right, we beat back the enemy there, and we beat back the enemy over here. This unit, though, is causing a problem. The balloon guards back here. The question is if we can beat them. We just beat off the main assault on the line. The question is if these two units will be able to hold these guys back. Then, since that won't work, we'll throw the Grenadiers in bayonet charge and hopefully send this guard unit away. If you could get back here, that would be nice. And if all units could stop. You know what? I imagine there's more enemies coming pretty soon, since they've got, this was only the smaller of the two armies. Let's deploy spikes all over the place. It's only small pockets of resistance now. Is that pikemen? Yeah, it's still bloody pikemen. Oh, they just shattered just as I turned up here. Right, seems most of the enemy army is retreating. We've got artillery on a few places that needs to be dealt with. Send out some units to deal with them. And then where exactly is the enemy there's the reinforcements going to come from. Here's the second army, the one that's coming down from Madrid. We could try to corner it. Taking this hill would be nice, and going towards the village rather than holding our current position. We'll advance and take that hill. And the guards will come as well. The entire army will advance and will fight on that hill. These two Jaeger units still have shots, so we'll take care to keep those alive for as long as possible. We have one unit retreating. Oh, this one also has a few shots left. It's better to have him back up on the front line than to have him back there. Right, enemy general turned up. So we're not going to advance further than right here. To see about shooting him down, since he's stupid enough to come close to us. Hold here, open fire. And you will also hold and open fire. Not entirely sure, but we might be killing one of our own. You know what? It's probably better if you advance and bayonet stab those cannons. Same with this grenadier unit. If you quickly attack that. Enemy general was forced away. We can continue our advance. Got cavalry coming in. Let's see if we can catch these cannons before they ride away. At the same time over here, I imagine these guys are coming straight for the grenadiers, so they will form square. Interesting how some grenadiers are able to form square and others are not. I'm not entirely sure why some are able to and some are not. This unit's actually quite small with only 145 men. We got a cavalry unit really close, so form square. Continue forwards, men. Right, the village is cleared of the artillery, and so the Swiss infantry will advance towards, if they can, towards the edge of the village. Oh, the grenadiers. It's the second grenadier unit here. You'll have to come to the side here, while the other unit fights in square against the Spanish cavalry. Fight hard, men! Hold the line. Regiment of horse. Form square. See if the squares can support each other. Is that artillery? No, it's more horse regiments. Maybe I should have held off on deploying the stakes, and then I could have deployed them later on once. Let's get first all the Swiss infantry up front, shall we? And then have the grenadier units coming up as support. And then behind all of them, we'll have the guards. And then we need to figure out what Jaeger units still have some shots. Okay, so all of these don't have any shots left. Square is holding there, and the square here held. So these two can continue to advance. General is going to sit right there. And then these two that actually have shots left, if they could come, you know what, if they sit here in a flank position and skirmish, I think that will prove pretty well. And then we'll turn the line a bit here to cover a possible attack by the Spanish. It's interesting how the Spanish elect to just charge everything sort of straight at us with the cavalry and so on, and not trying to hold a position for the rest of their army marching through, which I imagine is going to come. So I'm not entirely sure why they're doing it this way. They could have held the position here, and they could have brought up the cannons, they could have brought up infantry and so on. But instead, they go ahead and attack our fortified positions without infantry support. So the squares are more than capable of holding off their soldiers. They're trying very hard to take this little village. Right, the grenadiers won't advance any further than there. But now with this increased firepower from the side here, they're definitely not going to be able to take the village. And then these idiots charging uphill into prepared units. Well, I think we're gonna move them a bit forwards, or maybe I'm gonna turn them here, as I said. And then maybe, because the line is so bloody well thin, open fire, grenadiers. Go on then, open fire. Get in line, you bastards. Oh, the enemy was sent away. Right, what I think we'll do, because the lines are so thin, is we'll have to move them together a bit, and then have the grenadiers take up some of the front line now at this point. We're gonna have to take more than that. We're gonna have to take there. And then these two can come to the edge, to the side there. And then the grenadiers will hold at that side. These will still hold square because, well, the enemy keeps attacking the square. And then we've got the guard. Probably put them a little bit further back. And then we're going to send them forwards once the enemy gets close. We got another this unit coming in. They should probably come around here somewhere to set up. Right, looks like all the enemy cavalry was defeated. It's only infantry coming on now. So this unit can advance and this one can fill the gap in between there. And these two will advance towards that position. Not entirely sure what to do with these. I guess I can throw them forwards in a desperate attack, melee attack, if the enemy comes really close. Oh yes, I forgot to tell the grenadiers to fire at will. That could probably help to deal with the cavalry. I was surprised that the cavalry was able to hold that, but of course it's quite simple to hold if you're not, if the enemy's not actually firing back at you. We lost way too many grenadiers on that mistake. So we got these being able to cover that, but I'm not going to shoot at the retreating men. I'm going to hold instead. Wait. Let's see, they've got some guerrilla troops right here. And then they got foot guards, regiment of Sevilla. And then I think I saw Infanteria de Marina, so I guess these are marine soldiers. I could push up, but the thing is, I'm not entirely sure that would be a good idea. Royal Spanish Guard, we've already defeated some of those units, I think. Oh, let's see, Grenadiers versus the guerrilla troops. The guerrilla troops. I imagine these have possibly quite high accuracy, since they're kind of a skirmish unit. Could possibly inflict quite a bit of damage on us, but since they do not even fire back at this point, seems to be going quite well for us. Okay, so this unit wasn't. Oh, maybe it was actually firing by rank. They've started firing back at us, but I think it's actually firing on the bigger unit. The bigger unit's firing back at it as well. They've only got 3 units, but still they decide to attack our main line. The Marine Guards marching up here, coming into fire. Oh, it's even a captain that is leading this unit. This unit's giving way. What? Already? It's a guard unit. And it hasn't suffered that many kills. Shaken, winded, well, the concerned general is dead. Yeah, they are losing quite a lot of men. They lost 100 men there, advancing up to that position. Yeah, yeah, the Spanish don't seem to have a chance at all. A lot of their troops are just retreating at the side of us now that they've lost their general. Maybe I should come off the hill then and attack them where they are over there. But at the same time, that's not like a very nice move to make. And here we got an Irish brigade. I guess this is the it didn't Sharp train that unit during the Napoleonic Wars in the series. I think he trains like an Irish brigade that the Spanish king gives him to train. Well, I don't think the Spanish king gives specifically to Sharp, but they choose him. The British High Command chooses him to train the unit. We do need those snipers here. Oh, the snipers need to move up, come in line with the rest, and then I think we can probably beat this unit into a pulp. Right, the Spaniards are advancing up the hill, trying to make it through the forest. It's quite good moving through the forest because it will cover them. And if you look at my troops, a lot of them has lost a lot of manpower, and a lot of them has lost a lot of ammunition as well. I think we just ran out. Yeah, these two have run out of ammunition. But we still have the guards. So if it comes to that, we can send forwards the guards as the rest of the men are retreating to safety back in France. But I'm not entirely sure that will be needed. It's kind of funny how we've got an army entirely made up of Swiss mercenaries, more or less, marching close to Madrid, and then being able to fight off their force. Here comes the Irish. The Irish are charging in on the Grenadiers. I wonder how well this will go. I don't think the Irish, they don't seem like that unit that would offer much resistance. And as you saw, they were defeated by the Grenadiers. The Balloon Guards, though, that's a unit to be feared. This line is almost down to just a single line of soldiers. Oh, they're standing really close here. That's stupid close, really. Now I've got militia regiment coming up. Another foot guard unit. Some more cavalry turning up. They are almost about to break this point in the line. How's it gonna go for the snipers here? I think they are the ones that are gonna come. Yeah, the cavalry is gonna come straight for them. Luckily for me, they just ran out of shot. Oh, they turned. And instead they're gonna just ride right in front of the grenadiers and getting shot. And now they're instead heading towards God knows what they're doing. Right, I'm not gonna form square just yet because, well, there we go, they're retreated. Oh, these two you more or less out of shot. What if we have this one advance towards that? And then these guys come in for bayonet charge. Got another unit of cavalry coming in. You still have shot, don't you? The line in the center is going to break. Let's move up the guards and yeah, they're firing on the skirmishers, which is good. Deploy stakes just in front of an enemy unit. But they'll stop firing once the grenadiers contact with them. And there we go. And now you are free to put down your stakes. If more cavalry comes this way, we'll ride straight into it. We broke another regiment of cavalry right there. We've got 2 units of balloon guards. No, it's balloon guards backed up by militia units. This unit is down to 42 men. It's still holding. We'll tell this unit to open fire. Guards, open fire. Where do we have the officer? There we have it. Give the order. Open fire. Okay, it's breaking our men. Probably best this one open fires as well. Form square. The enemy is broken. Oh. Run back behind the spikes. And then once you're behind the spikes, you can form square. The enemy general's unit was defeated and is pushed away. We've got cannons coming in now. Right. Drop the squares and march up there and take care of those cannons. You know what? I think we've got the enemy at this point. All the guard units will open fire. They will also march up and gain ground, while these guys will form a single advancing line across there. And these will advance as well. And this one will advance as well. And then we have the guard units dealing with the remainder of the troops that are still fighting here. Which I don't think is going to be a problem once they start opening fire. Fire into that forest. Get rid of them. this one's about to give way. Don't we have... Yeah, we do have ammo here. But they're not there, they go there, they fire. Could possibly have these guys charge in on these, the balloon guards. They're not actually shooting back. Guess they're reloading. Yeah, now they're firing back. This unit of grenadier is being chased by their grenadier unit. The second, oh, it's marine grenadiers. Interesting. Right, can we go ahead and deal with those cannons? I think once that's done, it's probably the end part of the army. Let's see, this one can fire off all the ranks before we march it. Right, march. Probably time to gain some ground here. Move in on the flank. These do have, no, these don't actually have shot anymore. These two don't. They will go in for a bayonet charge. Together with these two. Cannons are being broken. This unit just broke. Continue advancing towards their final position, the enemy's final position, which is right here. We've got a militia unit coming in trying to save the cannons. But it's going to come up against the grenadiers. Oh, there's more regiments coming up. How many more of these regiments are there? This one breaks immediately upon impact. Yeah. The grenadiers will hold until... You know what? I think we'll have the guards. We'll have the guards come into position there. Since they are the ones that still have adequate amount of ammo and stuff. So we got 2 guard units coming up like that. We got 1. It's going to take a position like that. And then we're going to have the 4th one take position up there. And then run into position while the grenadiers try their best to hold off the regiments that will turn up here. But it looks like this might be the last one, because I can't see any other regiments turning up. They're advancing even though they're not fighting back really. Well, they're fighting back, but they're doing it in a very strange way. There's still some militia units back there. Is the guard coming in? Yes, the guard units are about to come into position. Once they open fire, this unit will not be able to stand at all. Suddenly, as they come up on here, a few, almost, I was gonna say almost 1,000 Swiss guards turns up, ready to open fire upon them. Here we go. And they broke. Oh, there's more. There's a pike regiment coming in. Right. You guys in the square, why don't you fall back? I'm not entirely sure if this unit will reach from over there. Maybe you have to come a bit closer. And maybe you have to turn in more like this. And then you can come a bit more like this. And that gives you time to get into position right there. Right, we're ready for the pikemen. Maybe I should hold off. Oh, yeah, we're gonna hold off. No, god damn it. I was thinking I'd wait till they're all in and then open fire. You ready? Yes, they are. Open fire. Oh, it's a special Spanish unit. Although it's quite outdated at this point. And at massed that didn't do well against massed volleys. You firing. That's unnecessary. Let's get the rest of the men up behind. So if it comes to that, I still have the opportunity to charge in. Come on, how many more units are there gonna come? I let quite a few of you come through. We're gonna wait for this one as well. The fewer people there are defending Madrid, the better. They look very fancy with these uniforms. Wait for it! Wait for it! Let's look at it from this position. Wait for it! They've got another, they got a Swiss unit coming. Wait for it! Okay, here we go. They're falling back. They halted, they stopped firing just because they fell back. The second unit there, Swiss guys. Oh, they're actually able to fire back. But they were blocked by the other enemy, the enemy unit retreating. This unit lost almost 25 men, more than 25 men actually, before they even turned up on the battlefield. Oh, this one's wavering as soon as it saw what's was waiting for it. Oh, it broke. I guess we won there. No, there's another guerrilla unit. Oh, go on. Let's just get this over with. And we have a victory, although a horrific victory. But victory nonetheless. The thing is, we dealt with, I believe, most of the Spanish army there. And so I don't imagine that they have a lot left to protect homeland Spain. I'm not entirely sure what they did with all their money, the Spaniards. They still have 4,000 men though that will be protecting Madrid. But I'm not entirely sure. Oh, they moved out of Madrid? I've got 40 stack coming in to attack Madrid and they moved all their troops out of it. You know, it's not Russia. You can't just abandon your capital. Especially when there's maybe 10,000 British troops coming at it. It looks like they've only got a single unit in there. That's kinda crazy. It seems like the Spanish couldn't really put up a fight against me. I thought there were going to be more of a fight, especially here in Europe. I know that their holdings in the colony were kind of unmanaged. A lot of the problem with a lot of these nations were the fact that they didn't start with a college, and so they lacked the technological advancements to really be standing against me. A lot of paths were blocked. Recruitment in the Caribbean's fleet arrive. Ah, yes. I was gonna go through here. Oh, we've got a Spanish Navy there. It's kind of a crap one though. It seems to be quite the debate sort of ish going on, whether or not whether or not people want to see the naval fights or they don't.
Yes, sir.
Right, he's gonna come in from nowhere and just take the capital. 5,000 men are holding it, but it's all like it's not proper army. I demand your surrender. No. Then
Victory!
I have no choice but to attack. What does this give? Nothing really special. But now we have mainland Spain under our control. Very unhappy though. Gonna have to change that by exempting them from tax.
Ready for order.
Let's see. Do they have... They have an army here. I guess that was the army that we defeated, possibly. No, this must be an entirely different army. What you can do then... This must be the one that we defeated. What you can do... is you can move to the bridge to defend that against their oncomings. But then what we're going to do... is... that we're going to push this navy out to fight that one. So we're gonna move our navy
Set sail. Jump to it and look lively.
down here
Any orders? Aye, sir. Awaiting
and prepare to come across an attack once we push that one out. And then back to the Americas. And he's within range, almost, of striking. Some reason they've moved their army out of Havana. What I want to do is we want to see what they've got on Santo Domingo. Nothing special really. I guess we'll set up in their port. You know what? We don't even need to set up in their port. We can set up in our port. And what we can do is we can take 2 of these troops. We can move them across. And then we can see about... Oh, you know what? That's a port. So I can land the troops here. And then we can move away. And then what we'll do is we'll take these 2 to defeat the ones holding this proper port.
Victory is ours.
And so now we hold both their ports. They have a force enough to retake it, but I learned the fact that there's a port here, so that's something. Let's see. This army cannot move because it was needs to hold that for a while. Ah, look at that! A lot of reinforcements are just streaming back towards this place to defend it. Thing is, we really don't like sieges, so we're gonna move and sit in between. Sabotage, can I infiltrate? It's a successful mission. So we can see fully what they've got inside there. And the troop numbers and such. And then I think we had a spy up here. What do they have holding this? 2 units. Nothing that we could send like a smaller detachment. What I should have done, I think I actually talked about that, detaching. I could have detached, say, the Irish and the Queen's Rangers, or maybe all the Ranger units. No, we didn't need that. We only really need probably the Queen's Rangers to take care of this. And we've got a lot on going on for us. A lot going well for us. Oh, and here's the Marines. The new Marine units I've been recruiting. Do we have anything out of the new? We've got the Horse Guard. We've got some different cavalry units. I don't really use a lot of cavalry. And the enemy cavalry is quite poorly used. Swiss Grenadiers, Guard units. Swiss Grenadiers, I guess we lost 2 Grenadier units. We lost one of those. Swiss pikemen I didn't use any. I think early on those would have been cool, or maybe in another mod that maybe focusing more. I think there are mods that sort of make it more 16th century. Not 16th century, I always mess that up. 17th century, is it? Because that means it's 1600s. We need to advance this army as well. The Pope has a lot of troops. Who is the... I think the Pope was in a war with the Ottomans. There's no way anyone's gonna... Yeah, he's at war with the Ottoman Empire. There's no way anyone's gonna invade the Pope. He looks like he's like 5, but he's actually 40 years old, the Pope. Let's see, the priests going on their trip. They've actually been able to turn a bit of the populace into Protestants as they move through here. These places have moved back to whatever religion they had. But this one's 7%, this one's 4%, and this one was 1%. So we might very well turn Egypt Protestant. Because I don't think they have a lot in this place. They have a luxury pleasure garden down in Luxor, but that's about it. Alexandria is a fishing port, so they don't even have a trading port in Alexandria. That's just wrong. I was in Europe. Why did I click to go back to Europe? We're upgrading some stuff in France. Stupid priest is standing there. You know what? I think this will be it for this episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!